Here's something that's about to shake up everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's pecking order. Anime just demolished every box office record in the book. And it's not even close. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle has just pulled off what many industry insiders considered impossible. A staggering $33 million haul across its opening Friday and preview screenings, from 3,315 theaters nationwide. But here's where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. This single-day performance didn't just break the previous anime record, it completely obliterated it. To put this in perspective, the previous champion, Dragon Ball Super managed $10.9 million back in 2022. That means Infinity Castle didn't just edge past the competition. It tripled the previous record holder's performance. And this is the part most people miss. We're not just talking about opening day dominance. This Crunchyroll distributed phenomenon has already claimed the crown for biggest anime opening weekend ever, surging past the $31 million milestone that Pokémon the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, held since 1999. Now, here's where it gets controversial. While Mewtwo Strikes Back technically debuted on a Wednesday and had 2 full days before the traditional weekend frame, Infinity Castle achieved this feat in the conventional 3-day structure, making the comparison even more impressive. What makes this success particularly fascinating is that Infinity Castle represents the opening chapter of what's designed to be a trilogy finale for the beloved franchise. The film is attracting audiences through both subtitled and English-dubbed presentations, while also benefiting from premium large-format theater showings. The IMAX numbers alone tell an incredible story. $6.4 million domestically, just on Friday. But let's talk about something that might surprise you. This isn't just an American phenomenon. Infinity Castle has already raked in over $279 million worldwide, with Japan contributing more than $200 million of that total. Even more remarkable, after 8 weeks in Japanese theaters, it still holds the #1 position and has become the country's 3rd highest grossing film of all time. Critics and audiences are singing the same tune, with overwhelmingly positive reviews and moviegoers awarding it a robust A grade through CinemaScore polling. This level of universal acclaim raises an interesting question. Are we witnessing a fundamental shift in mainstream entertainment preferences? Sony's strategic positioning through its Crunchyroll banner is creating new possibilities for anime distribution in North America. Remember back in 2021 when Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train, became one of the first major theatrical successes following COVID lockdowns with its $20 million opening? Theater owners celebrated that figure, but Infinity Castle could potentially triple that achievement. This comes at a perfect time for Sony, which just wrapped up what many considered a relatively quiet summer blockbuster season. Following last weekend's surprise surge from the Conjuring Last Rites, which dramatically exceeded projections with an $84 million debut, September's box office performance is far outpacing the industry's conservative month opening expectations. Here's something industry veterans know, but casual observers often overlook. Anime releases typically front-load their earnings as dedicated fans rush to catch the earliest possible screenings. This means Saturday's performance will be crucial in determining whether the momentum sustains. Current weekend projections hover around $56 million, though some competitors are predicting figures exceeding $60 million. And this is where things get really interesting. Infinity Castle might actually surpass Bad Boys Ride or Die, $56.5 million, to become Sony's largest domestic opener in over 2 years. Think about that for a moment. An anime film potentially outperforming a major Hollywood franchise sequel. While Infinity Castle dominates the conversation, several other noteworthy releases are vying for audience attention this weekend. Universal's Focus Features is banking on nostalgia with Downton Abbey, the grand finale, another attempt at translating beloved television content to cinematic success. Simultaneously, Lionsgate presents the haunting Stephen King adaptation The Long Walk, while Bleecker Street offers Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues, a comedy legacy sequel. Downton Abbey appears positioned for third place, generating $8.8 million from 3,694 locations during Friday and preview screenings. The big screen continuation of the cherished British period drama is tracking toward a $19.5 million opening, an improvement over its predecessor, Downton Abbey: A New Era, which launched with $16 million in May 2022. Strong critical reception and an impressive A CinemaScore grade from audiences suggests the franchise maintains its devoted following. Meanwhile, The Long Walk has paced itself to $4.76 million across Friday and preview screenings from 2,845 theaters, with Lionsgate targeting a fourth-place finish. Projections indicate an opening exceeding $11 million for this existential thriller helmed by Hunger Games franchise veteran Francis Lawrence. While not a breakout hit, it represents solid performance against its modest $20 million production budget. Critical reviews have been overwhelmingly positive, though general audiences show more reserved enthusiasm with a B CinemaScore rating. In second place, Warner Brothers and New Line's The Conjuring Last Rites conjured another $8.4 million on Friday, representing a 67% decline from the previous week's daily total. This supposedly final chapter, featuring Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson's supernatural investigation duo, has already accumulated $113 million domestically, securing its position as the year's 14th largest release after just 8 days in theaters. Disney's strategic Toy Story re-release captured $1.1 million across 2,375 theaters. This 30th anniversary reissue of Pixar's groundbreaking debut feature appears set to complete the weekend's top 5. Further down the rankings, Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues managed approximately $820,000 across Friday and preview screenings in 1,919 locations, making a top 10 debut unlikely. This Bleecker Street distributed sequel to the now legendary 1984 rock documentary parody This Is Spinal Tap reunites director Rob Reiner with comedy veterans Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer for a follow-up that satirizes contemporary rocker farewell tour culture. Reviews lean cautiously positive, though the target demographic thoroughly enjoyed the experience, awarding it an A- CinemaScore grade. But here's the question that's got everyone talking. Does Infinity Castle's record-breaking success signal that anime is finally ready to compete head-to-head with traditional Hollywood blockbusters on a consistent basis? Or is this simply lightning in a bottle for one exceptional franchise? What do you think? Are we witnessing the beginning of anime's mainstream dominance? Or will this prove to be an isolated phenomenon? The numbers suggest something significant is shifting in audience preferences. But is Hollywood paying attention?